Okay, so Crystal, we worked on some abandonment scenarios last
Uh-huh.
time that you did this workshop, but you said there's different aspects of that coming up now.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna put my other holder because I had to go to my other plate. Um, yeah, so it seems like the layers of the onion are starting to peel.
Hmm.
I'm just looking at my notes. Um, it was really about the abandonment of love. And when you use the words clinging, or maybe it wasn't you, sorry, the recording was clinging and won't let go.
Hmm.
Um, that that phrase specifically is what really like hit something
Yep.
because it feels like even in Ari's passing,
Mm.
I maybe not as much with him now, but now with other people maybe, but like I would spend hours and hours and hours clinging to try to find a way to contact him or to try to find a way to understand, like to keep even some particle of him here.
Hmm.
Um, but I've even seen that with like another with my friend Philip. A lot of people I've seen in my life, I probably should have told him to go fly a kite a long time ago. But it's like this, and now that I think of it, it kind of feels like this disgusting, like I see this octopus just clinging and not wanting to let go.
Hmm. And where do you feel that in your body when you think of that feeling of clinging and not wanting to let go?
I saw it. I wouldn't say felt it necessarily yet. I just saw it like I saw this octopus jump up and like grab me by the throat, and it's like throat and heart.
Yep. Even though I saw this octopus clinging me or grabbing me by the throat,
Even though I saw this octopus clinging and grabbing me by the throat,
and I feel it in my throat and my heart.
and I feel it in my throat and my heart.
This clinging feeling that won't let go.
This clinging feeling that won't let go.
And I feel it with different people.
And I feel it with different people.
And I feel it with Ari, like I'm still trying to keep a part of him here with me.
And I feel it with Ari, like I'm desperately trying to keep part of him with me.
I accept myself and the way I'm feeling.
I accept myself and the way I'm feeling.
And I ask my guides and higher self,
And I ask my guides and my higher self,
where does this come from originally?
where has this come from originally?
So I can process and release it back to its origins.
So I can process and release it back to its origins.
This vision of an octopus grabbing me by the throat.
This vision of an octopus grabbing me by the throat. I actually saw
Clinging.
it's changed like a man's hand, just like,
Uh-huh. And now it feels like a man's hand.
and now it feels like a man's hand around my throat.
I ask my guides and higher self
I ask my guides and higher self
and the multidimensional layers of DNA,
in the multi dimensions of my DNA.
where does this man's hand around my throat come from originally?
Where does this man's hand around my throat come from originally? I just feel like I was tricked. I don't know who it is, but it was obviously somebody I loved and I wasn't expecting it.
Hmm. I feel like I was tricked.
I feel like I was tricked.
Tricked by a man that I loved and I wasn't expecting it.
Tricked by a man that I loved and I wasn't expecting it.
This man's hand around my throat.
This man's hand around my throat.
I wasn't expecting this.
I wasn't expecting this. And what I heard now, because I wrote in my journal the other day that old habits die, and then I started hearing screaming. But all of the people that have left didn't face me when they left. And
Hmm.
so I didn't have a voice. They couldn't hear my pain, see my pain, none of it.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't scream.
I couldn't scream.
They couldn't see my pain.
They couldn't see my pain.
They couldn't hear my pain.
They couldn't hear my pain.
They couldn't feel my pain.
They couldn't feel my pain.
But I feel my pain around my throat, around
But
my
I feel
heart.
my pain around my throat, my heart.
I just wanted to scream.
I just wanted to scream.
But there was no one there to hear it.
There was no one there to hear it. And he silenced me, so I couldn't even scream. It happened so fast.
It happened so fast. He silenced me and I couldn't scream.
It happened so fast. He silenced me and I couldn't scream.
That silenced feeling.
That silenced feeling.
I asked my guides and higher self
I asked my guides and higher self
and the multidimensional layers of DNA
and the multi-dimensions of my DNA
to help me process and release
to help me process and release
this feeling that I can't scream.
this feeling that I can't scream.
That I've been silenced.
I just got a vision of Ari. He hung himself. He died by hanging, so of course he couldn't scream and he was silenced. But I read his autopsy report and there was no like damage to the bones. It was he just stopped breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like that's connected to my throat and my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just like reading Ari's autopsy report.
Just like reading Ari's autopsy report.
He didn't scream, he just stopped breathing.
He didn't scream, he just stopped breathing.
And maybe that's how I died in another life.
And maybe that's how I died in another life.
I couldn't scream, I just stopped breathing.
I couldn't scream, I just stopped breathing.
No one was there to feel or hear my pain.
No one was there to feel or hear my pain.
And it's trapped in my throat and my heart.
And it's trapped in my throat and my heart. And I've been clinging for these people that hurt me to just see how bad they hurt me. So it kind of, now it's like, it kind of makes sense. I've been wanting all of these people, maybe not to stay around to love me per se, but to see how bad it hurts when they left.
I have this pattern.
I have this pattern
that originated in other lifetimes.
That originated in other lifetimes.
And in this lifetime, it's showing up as me seeing how other people can hurt me.
Well, it's more like I want them to see how bad they've hurt me before they leave. Like before it's over. I want them to look at me in the face and hear my voice. Wow, that's impeccable. Because that's it. Like I'll get a message and it's like, we're not friends anymore. Ari didn't even leave me a note. But I want the people that have walked out, especially recently, to at least call me on the phone or FaceTime to see my face and to hear my voice.
I feel like my voice was taken away from me.
I feel like my voice was taken away from me.
And I want to be able to have people hear my voice and see my pain.
I want people to hear my voice and see my pain.
Before they leave.
Before they leave.
And that was taken away from me in other lifetimes.
And that was taken away from me in other lifetimes.
And in this one, when Ari left, he didn't even leave a note.
And in this one, because Ari didn't even leave a note.
This feeling that my voice isn't heard.
The feeling that my voice isn't heard.
That I'm not even worthy enough to be left a note.
That I'm not even worthy enough to be left a note.
And I thank the multidimensional layers of my DNA for remembering all of this.
And I thank the multi-dimensions of my DNA for remembering this.
And for my soul for representing me with this in this lifetime.
And for my soul for representing this in this lifetime.
So that I could learn to have a voice.
So I could go down screaming.
And learn to have a voice.
And learn to have a voice.
And that it doesn't need to be a voice through pain.
Oh, a big one. And it doesn't have to be a voice through pain.
I can have a voice of love.
I can have a voice of love. Feels so hot all of a sudden.
All this heat.
All this heat.
I am a being of light.
I'm a being of light.
I have full free choice.
I have full free choice.
And it's my choice and my instruction.
And it's my choice and my instruction.
To all pieces and parts of me.
To all pieces and parts of me.
To process and release this heat.
To process and release this heat.
All the way back to its origins.
All the way back to its origins. I only feel it in my face.
Releasing it from my throat and my face.
Releasing it from my throat and my face.
All the way back to the lifetime that I felt it first.
All the way back to the lifetime that I felt it first.
And I ask my guides and higher self.
And I ask my guides and my higher self.
To help me understand the higher learning and lesson.
To help me understand the higher learning and lesson.
Of why I chose this scenario with Ari in this life.
Of why I chose Ari in this lifetime in this scenario.
What is my higher learning and lesson to step through?
What is my higher lesson in learning to step through? Ari didn't talk about his pain either. None of us knew. Neither one of us went down screaming.
I wonder what that means at a higher learning and lesson.
I wonder what that means in a higher learning and a higher lesson.
I want to be able to express myself and my emotions.
I want to be able to express myself and my emotions.
Without the fear of it being smothered and choked.
Without it being fear of being smothered or choked. I just keep getting, I trusted them. I trusted them all.
I trusted them.
I trusted them.
I trusted them all.
I trusted them all.
But my soul knows that this was an agreement between us both.
But my soul knows that this was an agreement between us both.
And I want my human body and emotions to come into an alignment with my soul's knowledge.
And I want my human body to come into alignment with my soul's knowledge.
That this was all planned.
That this was all planned.
For his higher learning and for mine.
For his higher learning and for mine. I just got like he was my brother. Why would I scream? I trusted him.
He was my brother. Why would I scream?
I think there was power struggle. And not with me. I didn't think there was an issue, but he was intimidated by my power.
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 I trusted him and I didn't expect it.
I trusted him when I didn't expect it. Ari and I were so similar too in this life. Even our astrological signs were polar opposites. I'm Capricorn, he's Cancer, so it was like very, very close, but very different, like almost like brother and sister. And we bantered back and forth like brother and sister.
And perhaps we were in that lifetime before.
And perhaps we were in that lifetime before. Yeah.
I choose to release my reactions.
I choose to release my reactions.
At a human and physical and emotional level.
At a human, a physical and emotional level.
I may never truly understand the soul lesson and learning here.
I may never truly understand the soul lesson and learning here.
But I give permission to release the fear.
But I give permission to release the fear.
Fear around speaking my truth.
Fear around speaking my truth.
My emotions.
My emotions.
And I choose to trust freely again.
And I choose to trust freely again.
This karmic pattern ends now.
This karmic pattern ends now.
I give permission.
I give permission.
And I instruct all pieces and parts of me to let this go now.
And I instruct all pieces and parts of me to let this go now.
I am a being of light.
I am a being of light.
I have full free choice.
I have full free choice.
And I choose to know that I'm safe to speak my truth now.
And I choose to know that I'm safe to speak my truth now.
I'm safe to trust others now.
I'm safe to trust others now.
It doesn't need to be a power struggle anymore.
It doesn't need to be a power struggle anymore.
And I honor Ari's life and our soul contract.
I do honor Ari's life and our soul contract.
And I honor that his presence is still here, connected to my soul.
And I honor that his presence is still here, connected to my soul.
And I'm grateful for our soul journey and learning together.
And I am so grateful for our soul journey and our learning together.
Over many lifetimes in the past.
Over many, many lifetimes in the past.
And in lifetimes to come.
And in lifetimes to come.
Releasing this choking feeling once and for all.
Releasing this choking feeling once and for all. Part of me just got this like huge excitement, right? That he's gone, but I can look forward to more.
Yes.
And I saw this weird vision of the octopus just releasing and falling into a boat and then falling into the ocean.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jenny.
That's so good.
I'm so grateful.
Well
done. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, also for holding the space.
Thank you, guys.
Well done.